I was looking at your work today. You got some really beautiful stuff on your website.
Oh, thank you.
Has Audrey come in?
We are live on YouTube. All right. And I'm going to open up the room.
All right.
Cool.
Audrey said she was coming in also. So hopefully, speaking of which.
Recording in progress.
Recording in progress. All right. Waiting for the right amount of people to come in before we
Oh my gosh, Dale Stefanos is here on time.
Dale's here.
I
Yeah.
think this is the first time I've ever, it took a year, but I got here on time.
All right. Let's see. I want to make sure maximum participants get to see the intro video.
Somebody's dog.
I was
It's
waiting
mine.
to see if that was gonna
It's my
come up
dog.
in transcript.
I thought that was the new intro video.
The new intro video is a dog.
Illustration, isolation, illustration, isolation.
Okay, this is our 1 year anniversary. If you are new to illustration isolation, we've been doing this for 12 months. We started it last April, right, John?
Yeah.
Wow.
1 year ago. 1 year ago.
One whole year ago.
That would make
right?
it April.
Yeah, that would make it April. Well, we've been all talking about how much we've changed this past year, and it got me kind of thinking because we've all, it's been a long year for a lot of us, and we've all changed quite a bit. We've all gone through phases, and I thought it would be really cool if we gathered a few a few photos from what we all looked like last April when we kicked this off and we all started drawing together, and then maybe what we look like now. So this
It's
is
been
the
a long year.
illustration. It's been a long year for a lot of us. You'll notice some of us have aged. So how it started and how it's going. All right, episode 1. Episode 35. Wow. John English, episode 50. Timmy Trayvon, episode 50. I really let my hair down this past year. All right, one of the most important support members of the team, Alice Collins. the always there,
Always present.
always present. Went through a lot of phases during COVID. Tried out a mustache.
He went through puberty during.
Yeah, tried out a mustache. Tried going blonde. And then clearly something happened with the bleach.
Industrial bleach.
Yeah. All right. And I'm pretty sure everybody can guess this candidate. Audrey.
Perfect.
All right. Christopher the model in sunny California.
Yep. With the eye patch.
With the eye patch. His eye is okay. Don't worry, everybody.
He's rocking the throat mask.
Yeah, exactly. All right. And then episode 35, Wednesday Adams.
Yes.
Deanna, who's head of
Aw.
costume. All right. Our
this guy.
favorite person to heckle.
Ray's still in puberty.
Yeah, and then
I love the smile.
love the suit. Episode 30.
Don, that looks like
Yeah.
how you looked when I met you.
Yeah. Don actually,
Seriously.
Don actually graduated from high school this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a journey.
Yeah. Does the corduroy suit still fit?
Yeah, I rock it every now and then,
Yeah.
Really classy.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And this,
Hector?
yeah, Hector Casanova, episode 15. COVID hit him different.
Hard.
Yeah.
Hector was hit hard.
Yeah. All right.
Rocking the bangs.
Bang.
Yes.
Hey.
Sandra.
Cassandra.
Cassandra.
Awesome. And this heckler has left. He's been gone for a while, but
He'll be back.
he'll be back.
He went to
He
the
went
show.
on a sabbatical. You can see this is a photo from his cave. Our favorite artist, our favorite illustrator in Brazil,
Montavo.
Oh man, look at the cloud.
and then our
There
favorite,
we go.
Oh,
the
wow.
best.
And what
The
you
best.
gotta leave the best for last.
Never gets old.
God,
Never.
he has fallen so far this year.
So far. So far. Oh my God, what a transition. Oh,
And you
All
still have
right.
all your hair. So
It has been a hell of a year. Thank you everybody for drawing with us. It's been incredible. Really, it's been awesome. I'm looking forward to a really great night drawing tonight too.
All right. Can you see my screen, Timmy?
Looks great.
All right. We're a couple things. It is our anniversary, and I don't know about everybody. I'm just going to say this. What a great time it's been. It has helped me so much. This has been like my only social outlet for almost a year. And I've been fortunate. A lot of my friends draw with us, and support this. And it's been great for me as an artist. I have a stack of drawings about that tall that I go back and I look at the ones I was doing, and I can, not that they're much better, but they're better than they were a year ago. And I feel good about it. So I hope everybody has kind of the same feeling. We've been productive as we've had fun. Our reference for tonight, and we're going to do a little throwback night. So I hope you all remember this. This was from the Outcasts, right? I mean, this was for our Outcasts episode that we did.
And it was that episode was Wes Anderson themed. So
Right.
that's Darjeeling Limited. And if you're new tonight, I wanna add to this. All of the photos we're doing tonight were from like the first lockdown of COVID, and all of these costumes were put together by Christopher the model and my wife, the costume designer, found in our home. We weren't going to the store. We weren't ordering stuff on Amazon. It was just stuff that was in our garage. So we got pretty creative. So no judging if you're like new here today.
Yeah. It was Halloween every Thursday night.
It was
at the Draymond
different.
residence.
It was different back then.
Yeah. And so, and Timmy shot these, and we did, we posed them and shot the photos live in front of the, we had the artists, the attending artists pose, make suggestion with poses, and had a gaffer moving the light around, and we created the whole thing on the spot. It was really fun.
It's nice of you to call me a gaffer.
Yeah. Well, you weren't the gaffer, you were the photographer. Right? You're a photographer, you know those references.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a grip, I'm not sure. This is from our Seinfeld episode. That's Gianna. Just a fun shot of Christopher. We never drew this one.
That's the first photo. That was when we were staging the lights.
Oh, yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to include that one.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm gonna have fun. I really want to draw that one. So that's fun. And then, of course,
ready.
you talk about somebody kind of like backdooring their way into this and being kind of quiet. This is what happened after a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
well,
So
A
if
little
you're-
bit of confidence.
So if you're new, the story, Christopher the model, he just hopped around the world, and then COVID hit. He's my childhood friend and decided to quarantine with me and my wife. And John and I put him to work. He paid his rent with modeling.
So, and he was a great sport about it.
Yeah.
I want to introduce somebody tonight. Next Monday night, our fourth month and our fourth presenter on Studio Bridge is Lisa Sear. And Lisa, I'd like you to say hello right now. Lisa's here with us tonight. She is an absolutely awesome artist. She came and did a guest speaker spot in Visual Arts Passage in the illustration program a few weeks back, and I was astonished at how much information that she dumped on everybody. It was amazing. It was phenomenal, and I'm looking forward for the next 4 Monday nights of Lisa contributing on Studio Bridge. So this is kind of her inauguration on our first year into the illustration isolation and the bridge community. And be very nice to her, everybody. She's phenomenal and a friend and somebody I've been aware and have known her for years. I'm not going to go how long to protect her and I both. But somebody I've known about in the industry for a very long time, and she is exceptional. So say hi, Lisa.
Hi, everybody. Happy to be here.
Great. I kind of talked her into doing this. She's not going to draw with us tonight, but she's going to talk to us. And I've kind of we kind of got in here last minute. So I just thank her so much for joining us. And then some special thanks to Gianna and to Timmy, and of course, Christopher the model. And that's the only way I can ever refer to Christopher now, is Christopher the model. And so if you're new here, this happens to be the beginning of the second year, and this is your first time here. We do 4 poses, which you saw the reference. You can get your information on the website right there. And then it also tells you how to properly, because we like you to post the drawings in between the poses, and hashtag illustration isolation. That's all the only people that's all we need to credit tonight, isn't it, Timmy? And
yes, that's
Okay.
it. And I'll just say, share the photos. If it's your first time. This is not some marketing ploy. Share the photos because we look at them at the end of the night.
absolutely.
You get to see everybody's photos together. So
Yep.
it is really cool. The only thing is don't wait until the end to post them all, because then you're racing the clock, and
I'll only refresh twice. That's my
he refreshes twice.
it's the first time. It's lucky
Yeah.
I get through the first time. The second time, I think disaster is going to happen.
But
So,
try posting in between poses. The poses go a little long. Usually we try to stick to 20, but post in between.
All right, we're ready to go. Timmy, I'm going to let you pay attention to the clock.
Yeah, I'll start the
Yeah.
clock.
And then,
I'm back in charge of the
Yep.
clock.
yep. Just in case, I'll be sharing my other camera. If you're ever confused to what we should be drawing, I always print out my reference so you can see the reference there. So game is on. And somebody just came into the room.
It's our surprise guest. It's our surprise guest, Christopher the model.
All right, Christopher.
Hey, Christopher.
Hey, hi everyone. Hi.
Thanks for
Hi
joining.
there.
Yeah, hi. It's a pleasure.
It's good seeing you.
Yeah,
It's good to be seen.
Christopher, I haven't seen you for a while. It looks like the eye has, we just finished the slideshow. I'm glad to see the patch is off.
Yeah. I think everyone is glad for that. Turns out Walmart's $1.75 patches aren't very comfortable.
Right. Awesome. So, wow. Well, it's been a year. You just missed our big emotional intro, but we were just talking about how great it was you dedicated your time to being our model. So,
Well, it was a treat. I mean, that was such a crappy time. It was that was like stood out as a huge highlight, and made me feel connected to other people when it was hard to see anybody outside of the Trayvon house.
Yeah, there were some rough nights in our bubble, but
I can only imagine.
No, the bubble. I mean, the bubble saved me, but our bubble saved me. But you know, it was nice to know that there were other humans out there as well.
yeah, Gianna just texted, nothing karaoke can't heal, which our Thursdays now are a lot more tame than I'd say are, the first, I don't know, the first 10 episodes of Illustration Isolation. Thursdays were like the new Saturday night.
True.
Yeah, nothing got done on Fridays.
I was always appreciative of y'all's hard work because I knew it could not be easy to pull that many costumes together that fast.
He was a hero.
Oh.
She had tons of ideas and also lots of strange clothes lying around.
Yeah. I do. I remember being in the garage with you, Chris, and I think George Pratt was on FaceTime. And I was just pointing at stuff and I was just like, this is what we have, man. Here are the costumes. Your pose is next. Yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I think for people who've been doing illustration isolation the whole year, I want to find my old, because I was drawing for those weeks. We should see who can compare old drawings to new drawings. That would definitely show a year of change.
That would be fun for us to post this week.
Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah, everybody, please dig up your photos from the first few weeks. Chris, here's a question. What was your favorite photo set?
Definitely Freddie Mercury.
Oh, I loved that.
Fantastic.
that I felt that and Kramer were. I mean, I feel often like I look like Kramer, but I feel the Freddie Mercury transformation just worked really well. And it was one of the few costumes where I wasn't wearing something made of duct tape. I think maybe I was.
Now I want to see the Kramer one.
Oh, the Kramer one is good.
It was great.
Yeah.
Well, I mentioned at the beginning, Christopher, that when we showed the Freddie Mercury, that you had started getting comfortable about this time. You owned it.
Yeah. I mean, I've never posed for live drawing, but I have to imagine it was much easier in that setting just because it was just Timmy, G, the dogs, me, and some Mai Tais.
Yeah.
And not having to stand still for more than 2 minutes helped as well.
See, I thought that's what life was about. Those photographs, the first photograph of me was a photograph my father shot of me for a reference photo for an illustration. And so I was modeling when I was a kid. It was just normal.
What I figured when I saw that photo, John.
A way of life.
Yeah.
Who took that photo of you from the beginning of last year, John?
The most recent one, Timmy did.
Yeah. Oh, I thought so. It was great.
And then
Thanks, Chris.
the middle one was me shooting myself as a reference for an illustration for myself.
Yeah.
What's been the format of illustration isolation for the majority of the year since I stopped?
Well, after you left, we had to completely retool.
Yeah.
We just talk about how much we miss you.
And we got to reinvent ourselves.
We lost, I would say 100% of our listeners.
It was really just turned into busting on Ray Bonilla, who's not here now, of course.
Because he got a kid.
Oh,
Your dad.
Cut him some slack.
Responsibility.
Yeah, no, we, I would say the general theme has been Stay Out of Trouble. You missed the whole era of Art Dads, which is basically a coalition of Dale, Bill, John, and now Raymond Bonilla. And Don. Yeah, they just do it's kind of like would be like HGTV but for lawnmowers.
Yeah. Talking about our yards and the things dads do.
Yeah, so we're really gonna tool that out, see if we can get an audience that way.
Focus groups.
Yeah.
Dale and I are like, well, I don't see why not. I mean, that's got to work.
Yeah.
I rushed home from Home Depot for this, so come on, guys.
What is it about guys in the lawn?
You're asking the right group.
He's got to do it.
It's exactly the same as women in shoes.
Okay, I get it.
I still don't. I'm not sure that made it any clearer.
I'm gonna echo your sentiment.
You know what? Maybe not women in shoes. Women in nails. I think. Like I don't understand. Well, not like I get it. You know, you want nice nails and they're cool and all that, but there's a way too much time that goes into it. Just as really, we're going to spend 3 hours spreading stuff on the lawn. Come on.
I don't know.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to this.
I was
See,
just
Christopher,
dragged
when
in.
I talked about staying out of trouble, I was really talking about the Art Dad's ability to walk this tightrope.
It doesn't exist.
For a whole year.
Y'all need commercial breaks.
You know, we do. Yeah, guys are going down I'm gonna go ahead and agree with Bola. Guys are going down a slippery slope here.
That's true.
Yeah. No, but the panel has grown quite a bit. We've got a lot of artists coming in. So
This is cool. I like the peanut gallery effect.
See, the thing is if you're a woman and you're an artist, you have no nails because paint and so many, you just have to cut them short.
Mm-hmm.
I will
There's
agree.
like no hope for nails.
Yeah.
See, that's something I never would have thought of. I'm glad that topic came up.
See?
See, this is what I'm here for, John. All
Right.
those little
Love
extra
it.
tidbits, right?
Love it.
People who are just jumping in are going to think Lisa is just blowing our doors off here.
yeah, Dale, thanks.
One heck of a
Dale,
20-minute pose there.
I'm
Dale,
keeping it real.
thanks for drawing hard lines in the sand with all our new listeners tonight. really, you know, all the Facebook ads we're buying and everything, get all these new people. We want to just get all these new people in here and just be like, cool, see you guys later. No, I'm just teasing. But anyways, if you're just joining us late, we've got a lot of artists drawing with us tonight. We've got Bill Cobe, John English, Cassandra Loomis Kim, Dale Stefanos, Don Kilpatrick, Bill Cobe twice, and Audrey's here. Hey, Audrey.
Hey.
Hello.
Audrey.
Yeah.
I also was on the way back from Home Depot, so go
Hey.
figure.
Hey.
Paul, somebody says, can confirm, Instagram ad lured me in. Well, I hope you stay for just a few more minutes. Yeah. Well, I'm going to stop sharing my video. Bill, do you mind if we just to make the best of the grid?
Yeah, I can stop one of my videos. There.
Awesome. Well, Christopher, it's so good to see you, man.
It's a pleasure. It's nice to meet you, Lisa. I don't think we were on the panel when I was
Yeah, great
standing
to
around,
meet you
but-
too.
and it's nice to see the folks that were there. Y'all just keep rocking it from the
All
looks
right.
of things.
We got nothing else.
Well, Christopher, I hope when you're back in town, I hope you can join us for maybe a bonus episode of.
Oh, hell yes. I can and I will.
All right. We'll see you later.
Thank you,
Bye,
Christopher.
everybody.
Awesome
Yeah.
to hear your voice.
Take care.
I was going to ask him just to sit still.
Yeah. Good old times. Get that.
Lisa, what are you working on?
Hold on. Maybe I can, not to get anybody dizzy, but I'm working on a piece I haven't had time to, it's upside down because it's big. Let's see if you can see.
Oh,
Oh.
that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
it goes way up. So I kind of had to work my camera to get me in there on the same time. Uh-oh, did I mess up? Nope, that's okay.
Lisa, what's the material? What's the medium?
I threw down acrylic, but I'm going in just later to go in with oil and you know, kind of fine tune things. But what I'm doing on here is I'm just trying to create like an atmosphere, like having parts of detail kind of go out of detail and then come back in. So it's like, is what, you know, it's like, it's not solid, you know what I mean? Like part of it becomes part of the atmosphere. But anyways, it's going to represent like fire. And the dragons are going to have like this rust on them. And so it's got a lot of layers of patina to kind of add on, but I kind of put it on the back burner and I'm like, you know, doing a lot of teaching and doing a lot of other stuff. And I said, I want to start getting back into doing some pieces that I just want to do for me. So I thought, why don't I do that tonight?
That's so cool.
Right.
Incredible.
Hear that.
Yeah, great work.
Thank you for sharing. Have you, I know the answer to this, but I'm asking it for the crowd purpose, for them to understand. Have you decided what your first demo for not this Monday, but the next Monday night is going to be? The first night is just is an industry talk. So have you considered that yet?
Yeah, so basically what I'm going to do is kind of focus the whole 4 nights on being exploratory and about process. And the second night I'm going to deal with more about concepts and also going to talk about a little bit about storytelling with illustration. And I've got a little video. I took a snippet. I did something with National Public Radio that they had on ground. It was visual and audio. And one of my illustrations, well, a series of illustrations got animated and had voiceover and music with them. And I took one little snippet of that and I'm going to share that too. I also have some great video. I'm going to bring the group behind the scenes so you can see where I take my reference. My husband is an animator. He actually works with VR, and my daughter is an aspiring filmmaker, which I'm going to brag right now because she won an Emmy.
Holy
Oh,
smokes.
awesome.
The national and the regular Emmys has a high school national award that they give out, and she won for cinematography, and she was also nominated for audio and special effects.
Wow.
So I'm going to bring you down, and my husband and my daughter are going to be down there, and I'll show you some of the things that we use. Show you how we color correct things, backdrops, and, you know, just different things, costuming things, color palette, all that other stuff. And the third bridge, it's all gonna be about process. So I'm gonna show you how do I make custom tools and different kinds of surfaces and how to prep those surfaces and how to, like, you know, all that kind of good stuff. And I have also, for the final one, John, I was going to do a demo where I'm building a pre-existing density with collage and up with layers. And I'll show some examples of what students have done, like in workshops and things like that, using that technique. Because I wanted to focus on something that maybe I kind of uniquely bring to the table, you know, where people can take what they've been doing in their own process and try something new with this. And so I'm going to be showing you things with paper, not only that, but metal and embossing and like accents. And so it's going to be kind of fun.
Wow.
Wow, sounds well thought out, and I'm very excited to see it all happen.
Yeah, so it should be fun.
Wow. Am I allowed to come to this? This sounds incredible.
I would think so, right, John?
Yeah, of course you are, Audrey. You're a member of Studio Bridge. Of course you are. Anybody that's a member of Studio Bridge, it's there Monday night.
Thank you. I figured I should ask just in case I got cut off.
Yeah, Audrey,
Yeah, you did your mind.
I wasn't real happy with your third demo, so you're out.
Well, shoot.
Harsh.
That sounds incredible.
Really does.
Yeah, that's great.
And if anybody that goes and checks out Studio Bridge, you can see everything on demand. You can look at the beautiful presentations that Audrey did. They were awesome.
Yes.
And we need to have a conversation about that, Audrey. So let's talk the next day or two.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I loved the setup for that.
We're coming up on 5 minutes.
We still have 5 minutes left? Wow.
Yeah, because I started it late. So
Dang.
Yeah.
yeah.
Not that it's going to help me much, but
Like, I'll take every second of that.
Yeah. I'll use all those minutes.
5 minutes never, it doesn't sound like a lot when you say 5 minutes, but did you ever get on like one of those, Stairmaster things for 5 minutes?
Oh man, you're right. So
Oh,
right.
yeah.
5 minutes is long when you get I remember when I was going for some physical therapy for my back, and the physical therapist goes, "Well, get on for 5 minutes on the Stairmaster." I go, "That's it, just 5 minutes?" And she goes, "Trust me." And I got on, it was like 2 minutes, and I was like, "Oh God." This is a lot more than I thought.
Oh yeah.
So true.
Totally.
It's funny, I hear the like a brush mark sound,
Yeah.
and my husband likes hearing, what is his name? Bob Ross.
Oh yeah.
Or like, it's like, that calming, soothing sound of brush strokes going on the surface,
Some nice ASMR, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Timmy, wasn't that one of our highly rated videos on YouTube or something?
Yeah, one of our most viewed videos on YouTube is popular not amongst illustrators, but people just trying to relax.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, pretty funny. So if anybody's tuning in late, if this is your first time drawing with us, well, first of all, please draw along with us. I'm going to share a link to the photos if you've jumped in late. And yeah, and then also feel free in the chat to ask questions. If you don't like where the conversation's going, change it. Type something in the chat. And we will, usually that's where the conversation goes. So ask questions. And one other thing I'd say is make sure to select panelists and attendees when you use the chat. And just for starters, let us know where you're tuning in from tonight.
Whitney, the question is, do we have Instagram? Just tag it, hashtag illustration isolation, and we'll be able to find it.
That's actually, that's the end of our first 25 minutes. So
That was 25 minutes.
we're on to the next pose.
Cool.
Whoa.
So if you're drawing along with us, be sure to snap a photo of it, post it to Instagram, and use the hashtag illustration isolation with @visualartspassage. Also, if you go to the link I'm sharing, you can just hit the copy tags button and it'll grab everything you need. You can post your story. We just, at the end of the night, we look at the hashtag, and that's just the best way for us to see it. So if you post your photo and you don't use the hashtag, we won't see it. Sorry.
You could also like post it and archive it if you're like
Totally.
somebody who like doesn't want to have certain things up.
Yeah, if you're picky about your grid, that's a good point, Audrey.
Yeah, I do that with like ads sometimes. Like I don't always want to have ads up all the time. If it was for like a limited thing, I get that.
Oh, I didn't even realize you could do that.
Me neither.
I think it's a newer feature. It'll just like take something off your grid.
Here's a question. This is a question for you and me, John. When we started illustration isolation, how long did you originally expect it to last? 2 weeks. It's
Well, that's how long coronavirus was supposed to last.
yeah, exactly. We were gonna be done with it by Easter. No, we did it after a couple times. We did it like twice, and we pretty much knew we wanted to keep doing it. So this stuff's fun. John, how long did you think we were going to do it? John, you're on mute.
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember thinking, wondering if it was going to work, and it was just, everything we do is kind of trial and error. And I think we found something that had a good chemistry to it right away.
Yeah.
So we put some effort into it.
All right. So I'm starting the new clock now. So every minute you spend on the first pose is a minute wasted from the second pose.
Tough love.
Yeah.
And the next one's the dancing one, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Elaine. Yep.
You know what? I actually have some white cardboard that'll be perfect for this.
Well, I really like that we kept doing this because like I started teaching at the beginning of 2019, and we didn't really get to talk regularly with our voices to the other instructors and just people who are part of the program during the weeks. And sometimes we like John would pop into classes, but it's just so nice to actually feel like like colleagues and like a team. I think it was really cool from our perspective too, from my perspective, just to have this check-in.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Cool.
the only times I've really had to, I don't always get a chance to go out to the Society of Illustrators, or I don't get a chance to go to this or that. And to be able to talk to everybody on a regular basis has been really wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, it's not, I don't talk to probably any other artist this regularly. So.
I don't talk to anybody this regularly.
I know, I don't talk to my family this
Any
regularly.
human being.
Well, that's something that makes it really special. You know, that's why I said it was kind of my social outlet for the year. You know, get to be with the and hang with the artists that a lot of them I do regularly anyway when COVID wasn't around. But to be able to continue that and then bring new people into the fold, really fun.
Yeah.
This was an opportunity for me to reconnect because I kind of gotten out of, like, I was just working from home quietly around my kids. So this was so exciting to get to talk to other artists.
Oh, cool.
And other adults, right?
Yes, yes, I consider you guys adults.
Whoa.
So all it is to have an opportunity to be away from the family, Cassandra.
Yeah, my husband watches my 4-year-old twins at this time, and he has to put them to bed, and I get to paint and talk about wonderful, arty, and ridiculous things around people that I like. So it's fun.
Oh, okay.
Montalvo. Hey.
Montalvo!
Hey,
Hey,
Michael.
hi all.
Hey.
Oh, you got your nice camera on too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got the Canon on. How are you guys doing? I'm sorry I got here so late. I think I missed part of the party.
You
Were you
did.
fixing your hair?
It's a mess. This is a pandemic hair. It's been a year that I don't cut my hair.
Oh, I know, me too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's most of us, right? How are you doing?
Doing great. For those of you who don't know, Montalvo is in São Paulo, Brazil.
That's right.
Yeah. It's great to have you here, Montalvo.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me here.
Are you going to
I
be able to
lost, I
draw
think-
with us?
I think I lost the last 4 or 5 meetings. I was just working like crazy, 2 jobs at a time. And it's just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen all the time, but I had this real busy weeks lately. I'm now, back to normal, and I'm back here.
Cool.
Thank you for coming home.
Yeah. I feel like home here. It's so good to be with you guys. Always been. I miss you.
One of my biggest regrets that Montalvo and I live, how many thousands of miles apart do we live?
Yeah. We're neighbors in one sense, but we live in different hemispheres.
Right.
I wish I could, just get my car and, stop by and have a beer and talk and like we used to.
Montalvo did attend. Was it 97 was your first time?
97 and 98, and then 2009 and 2016.
Wow.
Those are all times he attended the Illustration Academy.
That's right.
So I don't want anybody to say, oh, it's too difficult.
Well, it's far from home. And I had to sell my car twice to get there.
Oh, man, don't tell me that. Oh, come on. I now I feel horrible.
No, absolutely. No. It was the best money I spent in my life. It's just, I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't go there. It's just simple as that. Just, I'm so grateful for everything. I wish I could, be there every year. I would if I could.
I know.
So what you guys up to? Just I gotta set up the images here.
We're kind of having this is our 1-year anniversary, Montalvo.
Yeah, that's right. I saw the email.
So we're doing a kind of an homage to some of the first episodes. Christopher the model was here for a little while.
Yeah.
Was here.
Oh, he was here. Oh, I missed that.
You just missed him.
Oh,
He just left.
that's too bad.
And he said, I think Montalvo's coming in. I got to get out of here.
Let me leave before he comes here.
Yeah. No, he came in, we talked with him for a few minutes. We showed pictures of you and everybody else from when we started.
All right.
This is a great recap for anybody joining late. Montalvo, are you drawing with us tonight?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Just setting up my camera here is just I'm doing that 2-camera thing. Maybe if I can get this right. It's always a mess when I'm doing this.
Did anybody get fooled on April Fool's Day today?
My son got me on April's Fool that I just couldn't believe it. He got me real big time. Here in Brazil, we're having a serious problem with our government, right? And he just sent me a link saying that our president, Bolsonaro, he just, left office. He just, in the middle of a crisis, Brazilian president leaves office and, starts a second crisis. And I looked at my cell phone and said, this is not possible. I was waiting for this moment to arrive. When I clicked it, it was April's Fool. Oh, man. You didn't do that with your father. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I got a warning text from my mom this morning to just like watch myself and make sure I didn't get fooled today. Like she was looking out for me.
Right.
She sent me like a Bitmoji that like she's like just looking out.
Yeah, Audrey, I have no patience for April Fool's jokes.
What?
Yeah, no, I don't find them entertaining. You know what they are? Because April Fools, they're not jokes. They're just anxiety tricks.
Yeah. Yeah, is it a fool or is it glorified trolling?
It is.
Yeah, glorified trolling. That's the best term I've ever heard.
It's trolling. It's trolling.
But it's so fun.
I will say this, Garrett Kelly posted on Instagram a drawing. He goes, I won the gold medal for the Society of Illustrators. And then it was a drawing he did when he was like 5. I thought that was pretty good. So I told him I would have given him a silver for it.
Gold was too much.
Gold is a little too much, yeah.
You remember,
Still
John,
pretty good.
first time I went to the academy, the guys that I worked with, they pranked me real big time with the academy stuff. Remember that? I don't think you do.
I was gonna say, John, it's probably in your best interest to say you have.
I know nothing.
You do not.
Yeah, you better stay cool from that.
Yeah, we don't know what happened. Yeah, we have no idea what you're talking about, Montalvo.
Do you have pictures? Hey, Montalvo, do you have any pictures of it?
No, actually.
All right, next conversation.
Next, go on to the next thing. Because
actually, I've got an art question. What material are you working with, Don?
Oh, I'm using these acrylic gouaches. It's got all the qualities of gouache, but it dries quick, and once it's dry, it acts like acrylic where you can't really lift it. Yeah.
Love that stuff. Is it Liquitex?
No, it's like the whole line. I thought I'd pull out these because I was using these in the first episode, so going back to the beginning,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Call, Don.
Yeah. I love those.
Bring it back.
Bringing it back. I've been kind of messing around with other stuff, and
Old school.
like last week I was, just trying out digital painting, and I love to do that, but I don't know, for these 20-minute time frames, I don't enjoy it as much, I'll be honest. And I just love laying down the paint. It's fun. Yeah.
Dale, I've been thinking about your that text you sent me of the set your daughter's on all week. I've talked to multiple people about it too. That's so cool.
Oh, it's super cool.
Is that still going?
Yeah, I've tried to be restrained in what I've sent you, because every day she'll come home and it's like yesterday. For some reason, it's the actress's name, Lily Robb.
Uh-huh.
I don't know her, but
Sounds familiar.
I guess her stand-in didn't show up. So my daughter was her stand-in for.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So there's this picture of her, like she's all PA geared up. So it's, it's like ratty clothes and a
Oh
vest.
no, but Dale, so I've been on when I was like 20, 23, 24, I would end up on commercial sets and, stand in.
Yeah.
And you would end up with, because you look like a goofball that day because you're just there to work, but you end up with like the most amazing headshot photos.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's very cool. It's wrapping up, I believe, next week, and then she's on to something. Oh, 2 cool gigs. So she's on to.
Can we say who the set that she's on now?
Yeah, it's called Tender Bar, and it's directed by George Clooney and stars Ben Affleck, and the kid who's in Ready Player One. I don't know the kid's name.
I know who you're
talking about. I know who. I can picture his face.
Yeah, same.
Elgar?
I don't know. Like she'll say his name, and it's just not in my head. So she went from the Adam McKay thing, which was.
Is she just doing a tour of iconic directors?
Well, you know what? They're not shooting in. Well, I think they just started, but Boston was the only place they were shooting. So all these productions ended up coming here. So
she's going to be part of like a group of creatives like 10 years from now that are like, it's like the Malcolm Gladwell study where like extreme circumstances under great pressure, like compressed these diamond creatives.
Yeah. Like I keep saying to her, you have no idea, like the people I would have liked to have worked with, but the most legendary art directors, and you just stumbled into this amazing situation. She's like, yeah. Okay.
No, she doesn't know. She doesn't know yet.
Right. But that's the kind of thing you look back on, and she'll probably be like, oh my God. What
it's so cool.
Yeah.
I think I texted you back. If I had walked onto a George Clooney set 10 years ago, I would still be talking about it today.
Yeah. I guess he's a super nice guy, and just very down to earth. And
oh, that's great. That's so cool. And then Scorsese next, right?
No, that's not happening because it's in Oklahoma. So what she's doing next is it's a Will Ferrell Christmas movie.
Oh,
is she like never on like a dumb commercial?
Well, wait. Before that, for 2 weeks before that one, it's going to be a Hallmark Christmas movie.
Yes.
Good.
About. She's so excited about it though. It's really cool.
I would be. My mom and I always have a Hallmark movie Hall of Fame marathon, and we eat like a pound of cheese and Molson wine. Wonderful.
I love that. I have to admit, I have a holiday only, appreciation for those Hallmark movies. It's one of those dumb things you get into that it's kind of cool.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to interrupt a second and ask Lisa.
Yeah.
To say, what were your husband and daughter doing tonight?
Oh, okay. In my area, there's a director, Ken Burns, and
oh my God.
And
have you heard of him?
Ken Burns.
Yeah.
He's a little documentary guy.
Yeah, a little documentary guy. And he's doing a recent film that's going to be on PBS on Hemingway.
Oh.
And they're doing a screening. And in addition to the screening, they are having panelists, of other people involved. Just getting, an interesting take on such a well-known author, but has a much different story, behind the scenes. And it's kind of an interesting look into not only a creative, obviously Hemingway, but a creative person's take on, the person behind the scenes. So that's what they were doing today. So
Awesome.
I
Where-
think
That's
COVID,
incredible.
COVID's really, I mean, other than the fact it sucks, but has opened the doors for a lot of really interesting things. I've been, I do some teaching at the Boston Museum of Fine Arts, and they've had a lot of things that they've opened the doors on. One of them being how the curators adopt art for their collection, and not just, old art like Monet's and things, but just even art by contemporary artists, and what's actually involved in adopting art for their collection. And it gets into their conservator team, and taking chemical analysis and seeing how they can conserve the painting, because if they can't show it for long periods of time, or it's going to be difficult to keep it at its best, they have to think about that investment. And just a whole bunch of things to see behind the process of, how a museum curates a show. And so, when you're painting, you listen into these things, and you can ask questions too. That's been the really cool thing about it.
Wow.
Ask you one thing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Are they looking into this NFT thing, this coming around, the digital crypto art things?
Careful.
Are they looking into? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, it's called NFT. It's non-fungible token. This digital art that is being sold for quite some big money, and they're just turning the art world just upside down. It's just like they're going crazy about this thing.
Well, I don't really know, because I'm just kind of I just teach workshops and stuff. I don't really know what the Boston Museum's doing, but I did see some shows on Netflix about, people, copying other paintings and things like that, but I don't know about the digital.
Is that
stuff.
I Made You Look?
Yes.
What you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really something. They were falsifying some.
I mean, and the thing is that the woman who was involved in that, I mean, she was having some of the best authorities, and they were saying it's all legit, this is authentic, this is this and this is that, And actually there's another movie on Netflix too. This guy, I can't remember his name now, but he was faking Goyas and other things, and basically how they ended up finding out is, back in the day they never did chemical analysis. They would put some kind of solution on the painting, and if it did something, they'd know it wasn't authentic, and there was a way of getting beyond that. But there was 2 shows on that. But that one about the modern art stuff, wow, that was crazy. I mean, people were paying millions of dollars, and it wasn't an original piece of work.
Wow.
And it's been going for years and years. So they
got
into
Sorry I'm just gonna put a pin in it really quick. We just hit 20. So while they're talking, please, if you're in the audience, start sharing your work to Instagram. We'll begin our transition to the next photo. But sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, Montalvo.
No, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. Can I cheat on these one and keep drawing?
I think we'll make an exception for you, Montalvo.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
I got late, and then I asked for this. So it's good to be friends.
Somebody also mentioned, what was it?
All right.
Somebody says, nice work, everyone.
That documentary you were talking about, Lisa.
Yeah.
I gotta see the rest of it. I think I saw till half halfway. I gotta see the rest of it. I'm really curious.
It was like, I mean, the gallery that, and this is not like, oh, okay, people just bought something from a nobody. This was a reputable, like Bonhams and like, you know, I mean, it was high end, like
Yeah.
they were around for a really long time. Yeah, it was crazy. And it, like you said, it went on for years. And they even had major museums showing huge, I think it was Pollock's.
Yeah.
And it was fake.
Wow.
It was fake.
And it's been on catalogs and things. And
Oh, books. Matter of fact, I think it was Tatium that had one of their premier books on, I can't, if it was Rothko.
Rothko, yeah.
Yeah, the cover of it was the fake painting, and it wasn't even a forgery of a Rothko. It was a new Rothko. And so it was a, you know, a fake, like this could be a Rothko type of thing. That was just like, wow.
Yeah.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
As far as I could get it, I think the woman that bought all this thing at first, the gallery, I don't think she was the gallery owner, but she was one of the responsibles for the gallery at the time. I think she ruined her whole career and reputation.
Oh yeah.
Along with that.
Oh yeah. And even when the problem is when there were signs, because there was a guy that actually, you know, who kind of brought all this to light. He was telling her, and she was so far down the rabbit hole that she just said, well, no, I can't believe that, because, you know, she was selling so much of it, you know.
She wanted to believe, right?
Yeah, she wanted to believe, you know, that it, but
Well, after you
wow.
make that investment, you really want to believe, that's for sure, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
because the money that they were making out of pieces that they were saying that have been, you know, hiding for years and years. And the whole story was there was this guy that was very close to the artist, and he bought the pieces for, you know, very little money, and he stored it for decades. And now they come to light. So they have no provenance. They have no, you know, tracing back, because they were just locked somewhere. And this guy didn't have a name. It's a very interesting documentary.
I just
Funny that- Sorry.
go ahead, Dale.
What's the next photo?
Chris.
Christopher the
Yeah, chair.
Christopher the model.
Not in costume, just him.
Yeah, and I'm starting the clock now. And then
You know, that whole thing about people basing their reputation on something and then getting too deep down the rabbit hole. I mean, I don't think that that's much different than what goes on with some original works of art. You know, an artist gets propped up, people invest money in it. There's a whole lot of people whose livelihood is based on that person's work selling and being considered profitable because they've put their name behind it. But that doesn't mean that that work is necessarily worthy of all of that.
Well,
Great.
sure. This happens again and again, though. I mean, the Da Vinci, the record-breaking Da Vinci, was it?
Is that by Dan Brown?
Yeah,
No.
I know which one you're talking about.
The not Salvador. There was a Da Vinci that was found a couple of years ago, or a few years ago, and it sold for a record price, like something like $450 million.
Yeah.
And it's not a Da Vinci. And the Louvre,
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose my, I don't know which Arab country, I'm sorry. Dubai, I think there's a Louvre, Dubai. They refused to hang it because it's you know, pretty widely accepted as being a fake, but the marketing was so, you know, just so hardcore when it was presented and then put up for auction that, you know, they got people to buy in. You know who they got? They got that art critic to sort of verify that it was the real thing and it wasn't. The he wrote the Shock of the New.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Art critic for Time magazine. I forget his name now. Someone grab Google.
Robert something or other.
Sure, it could be.
Yeah, that's it. Robert something or other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob. Anyway, that's such a common.
Do you think
I
there's a
kinda like
market for? Do you think there's a market for a museum dedicated to the best forgeries of the past 100
Oh,
years?
totally. I would go in a
Oh,
heartbeat.
it should be.
God, yeah.
Okay, so there's a couple comments that are stacking up, and I want to make sure people keep chatting with us. Somebody said, "Too embarrassed to post my drawing." Can
Join the
somebody
club.
explain? Can somebody explain why that's not a good
Please don't
excuse?
be. This is a wonderful community, and we're just excited that you're partaking. And I personally want to see what you've done.
Yes.
Me
Yeah,
too.
me too.
We're all getting better, and we all have our good and bad days. But it is just a wonderful community of artists that we're all drawing from the same thing.
Yeah,
Agree more.
this is the best we can do in 20 minutes. This is nobody's best work is being seen here. So
Right.
Hey, thank you guys. I'm the one who made that post. So
well, John, you shouldn't be posting that. So
Well, and also the truth is no matter how bad or how good you are tonight, you're all just gonna get crushed by Felicity. So
Truth.
9-year-old.
Somebody mentioned Exit Through the Gift Shop. I really liked that one. That was a wonderful documentary.
I haven't seen that yet. I'd like to see it.
It's hilarious because it's about this, I think he's French, this French guy that wants to do a documentary on graffiti, and then he kind of discovers Banksy, so he wants to make it about Banksy, and then Banksy starts to see this guy, and this guy is like eccentric, I think would be a good word to describe him.
Yeah.
So then Banksy takes over the documentary and makes it about this guy.
it is really wild, isn't it, Cassandra? How
I
the
loved
documentary,
it so much.
the way the documentary shifts perspective, kind of. That's how I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Somebody said, "Are we going to do this when the pandemic is over?" Probably. Yeah. I don't think so.
I
We're
hope
going to
so.
do it as long as people show up and as long as people draw with us.
Well, I love doing it every week, and I'm so glad I get to.
Yes.
I guess I spoke for John on that. John,
like, I was like,
because nobody's going to attend if it's just me.
Do we have to change the name?
Yeah, John, are you going to keep drawing?
they're going to call it Illustration Isolation without John.
Yeah.
Timmy Isolation.
John's trying to do a spin-off series. The tech part of it is wanting, but it's great.
That would be a John-less.
Yeah. And then the art part of mine would be bad. The tech, though, is going to be great.
you guys ought to get together then.
It's going to be like
Yeah.
the Beatles, you know.
Oh, yeah, we should work together.
You guys are going to break up, and then nobody's going to do anything as good on their solo career.
Gonna always try to get back to where when it was good.
That's right. And you're going to be putting out Band on the Run, and
Yeah. Oh, right. Riley's here. Awesome, Riley. Hey. John, you know Riley? Academy Riley.
yeah.
Riley Till?
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say the name.
I was trying not to dox him, but
that's, that's the only way I mean, I know
no,
lots
I
of
know.
Riley.
He messaged the whole group. We're good. Sorry, Riley, but you're gonna
Sorry
have to
to
go.
say your
In,
last name, Riley.
you're gonna have to go in hiding now.
I know. 44 Maple Street?
I think I still have his social.
Actually, let me dig up his credit card information.
I still have his social when he paid.
Yeah. Yeah. No, good to have you here, Riley. Hope you keep coming.
Hope you stay after that.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Timmy, I've been listening to more Mindless.
Smartless. Or is there
Smartless.
another podcast called Mindless?
Mindless, Smartless, whatever the one is with Jason
With
Bateman.
Jason Bateman and
Yeah.
It's a great listen.
Yeah.
It is you know what it is? It's most of their interviews are pretty mindless, but then they've gotten so this is a podcast we're talking about with Jason Bateman. I don't know, look it up. I'm drawing blanks.
Yeah, like I feel terrible.
Will Arnett.
Yes. And then the guy from Will and Grace, I can't remember, just Jack.
Yeah, but they get the biggest named guests. It's amazing. The Kamala Harris, it's incredible.
I was listening to the one with Aquafina and I really, really enjoyed it.
So they're the hosts?
Yeah.
They're the hosts and it's every week and it's great.
And they like surprise each other with like one person will pick who the guest is and the other two don't know. So like they
I said
Kamala.
I meant to say Kamala. Sorry.
Kamala.
Yeah.
He'll always Will Arnett will always be Job to me.
Yeah, he's my favorite.
They're all my favorite. I mean,
He'll always be Lego Batman to me.
that's funny. It's funny. I just started watching Ozark.
Yeah.
And I just came off of, I was watching Schitt's Creek with my daughter, and it's like, if anybody has seen those two, they're like mirror images. One is really dark and one's really funny, but it's kind of the same story.
Oh.
You know,
interesting.
Family comes upon hard times through one sort of a set of circumstances or another, and you know, hilarity ensues.
It's the reverse of the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah.
But they're both great shows.
Yeah.
I enjoyed them.
Right now, Chris Payne would be like, "You guys are watching a lot of TV."
That was actually spot on. Chris.
Yeah. He is the one subscriber to TV Land streaming.
That's really funny. That's really funny.
That was a great Chris Payne impression.
It really was.
Oh, I have that, and yeah.
Yeah.
Like mention Black Crows. Yeah.
We had a drawing day, was it last week, where I was trying to convince John and Bill the endearing qualities of the Fast and Furious franchise. And
it's awesome.
They were doing a really great job giving me a chance, and I was imagining trying to get Chris to watch you know, even half of one with me.
That'd be fun.
Where else can people jump from cars going off a bridge and hug in air?
Yeah, it's so good. I shouldn't have brought it up because I'll defend it, but
Now you got to give Chris a little bit more credit for that. I remember, you know, one of his best clients and some of my favorite stuff was done for Mad Magazine.
Oh yeah,
And it was pretty irreverent. I mean, it was great stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, I just meant he doesn't seem like a Vin Diesel type.
Probably not.
I wouldn't bank on that.
Yeah.
But I watched him do a Dale. You might have saw this in Cassandra. Were you there when he did Fat Bastard?
Yeah.
yeah. I was sitting right across from him, just like I have pictures of it. Yeah.
One of my favorite thing talking about reference is Chris used himself as the model. for the
Oh,
body.
Wait, John, give some context. So he did the caricature of Fat Bastard
He did
from
the cover of Mad Magazine, a Fat Bastard.
from the Austin Powers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so, like Chris always has his photo reference right next to his piece.
That's really
He
fun.
took his shirt off and took a photograph of him with him sticking his stomach out and making this really awkward pose. And he just like put it right there, like all the students are looking. It was awesome. No shame at all.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I love
And it's funny, John. Like he told us that story, and I always wanted to work for Mad Magazine. And 2 months after I was there at the Illustration Academy, I got my first cover for Mad. And I remember what Chris said about using himself as as reference. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do this right. I'm going to do this, like the best in the world here. So I did the same thing, but and I'll let you look it up if you want, but I'm not going to show it. It was a Lord of the Rings takeoff, and it was Gollum, kind of like a dog peeing on those tree. What were the tree creatures there?
Ants.
Yeah, lifting his leg on the tree people there. So there was very specific reference for that piece, and I knew that guy very well. Put it that way.
Were you Gollum or were you an Ent?
No, I was Gollum. So
I need to see that.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I gotta find this one.
unfortunately, it's not all that exaggerated. So
Dale, you've showed me that before. I've seen it.
I proudly showed everyone, like in my extended family, that, and told them that story. My parents were happy for me, but
We're so proud of you, Dale.
yeah.
Do you guys see that movie on Netflix, The Creative Brain?
Oh,
Oh,
That was pretty cool.
is it a documentary or a movie?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of some stuff that we know, but what they found is that creativity comes from doing lots of different kinds of things instead of isolating in one specific area. And they had people in the arts and sciences and people who've come up with brilliant things. And there was this one woman, and I won't give away the whole story. She was a scientist, and she was trying to do this special kind of technology and circuitry and things. And she needed a really huge lab for it, but she couldn't get a huge lab. So she figured out, because she needed to make them extremely small, and you need sophisticated equipment to do that. So she remembered when she was a kid, Shrinky Dinks.
Yeah.
And she ended up making these things large and then like shrinky dinking using the same technology. And so what they talked about is they're learning more about how creativity is, and it's really about having disparate things that come into the mix that trigger the brain to think about things in a different way. Because when it has to solve a problem, lots of extra energy kind of goes on for the brain to do something like that. Whereas when you're focused and you don't move outside of your own area, you kind of get relaxed into that, you know what I mean? In the comfort zone of that. And I mean, they had some amazingly brilliant people that have done things that sort of shock you. Well, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, look who invented the airplane. It wasn't, there was always people outside of the field that come up with stuff. So that was kind of a cool thing if you're looking for something on Netflix.
That's cool.
That sounds cool.
I watched that. It was so good.
It's The Creative Brain. Is that what you said, Lisa?
But yeah, I think so. I think it was called The Creative Brain.
Yeah, they have like a lot of different types of creatives on. Like I think the fashion designer who did all of the work on Black Panther and like many other films.
Oh wow.
He was also featured. So it moves around. Like there's people like that, like more creative engineers, fashion designers, and I'm trying to think of any other one that I watched. I think like I don't know, like yeah, there were some that they were more like experience art, like about lighting, and yeah, it was really cool. I'm trying to remember specific episodes, but I remember that one because you think with the Shrinky Dinks. I also love making art on Shrinky Dinks. That was very validating.
Some of my first exposure to art was on Shrinky Dinks.
That's a riot. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Yeah, I had a friend's mom who was a teacher, and she showed us how to use all sorts of things that I think sometimes in illustration or in art school are kind of like written off as more crafty, but she showed us how to use resin and how to use like embossing tools, and like she even showed us some fine arts applications for Shrinky Dinks, and I thought it was really cool using fibers and mixed media.
Oh, that's cool.
I got so excited. Most of that stuff for me ends up being for my personal work, but I think it's really incredible.
That's cool. I had I think it was a summer school thing, and there was a lady that did arts and crafts, and I remember she's asking me if I knew who Barnabas Collins was, which I'm like, who's that? And he's a character from Dark Shadows. I guess he's a vampire.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, no, but she ended up making me a Shrinky Dink of Barnabas Collins. You know, and I remember it being a really nice drawing and a really cool thing. It's one of the things I wish I still had.
Yeah, it's just so fun to watch something retain its detail and just be so smaller than a printer could do, you know?
Yeah, and then we bought Shrinky Dinks. Of course, you know, you feel like this is the most toxic thing in the world.
I know.
When you're making them.
This is like a really, really tiny window that I made one time. I just have it sitting on my desk, but it was like a full pen drawing.
Oh, that's cool.
I think it's too reflective, but
that's really cool.
You can't see the details. But you can. Sometimes you don't always have a practical use for things when you're playing, but you never know when the need might come up.
Well, I mean, this stuff didn't start out as practical for any of us, right?
Exactly.
Right.
That was the alarm for the third 20.
No kidding.
Oof, I am not working fast tonight.
Me either.
Either.
Speaking of non-practical things, today I decided I needed to paint my flower pot for lavender, so I painted Edgar Allan Poe on it.
Yes. That sounds awesome. Was it more of a character or realistic?
Yeah, realistic. I'm still working on it. It just seemed like something fun to do because I finished a commission and I didn't want to start a new piece yet.
Yeah. That's nice. I love that feeling.
Yes, so good, right?
Yeah. Cassandra, where are you again?
Richmond?
Okay, so is it are things coming alive down there?
Oh yeah, all the flowers are out.
So have the weeds already won?
Yeah.
I'm a gardener, and I always, it gets warm and then I realize, oh damn it, I've already lost the battle for the weeds. Oh well, maybe next year.
So I'm really spoiled because I'm not really good with like mowing the lawn, and it's not my husband's favorite thing to do. And like part of our HOA mows all the lawns and trims the bushes. So like if we want to do anything extra, that's all we have to worry about.
Oh, that's great.
Cool.
Yeah, things are just starting to poke up through the ground around here. Like the crocuses are up. And Lisa, has it thawed up there yet for you?
Oh yeah, it's actually was really warm like a few weeks ago, and then it just all of a sudden started being really cold.
Yeah.
And then it was really crazy. Monday, we ended up losing power. Then I lost cable and power.
With the
Wow.
wind.
Power came on after a couple hours, cable not till 8 o'clock at night. And of course, that's when I needed to be like on Zoom, all this stuff to be done right at my MFAers. They had their midterm kind of review things. And so anyways, I had to reschedule, but I started looking today, there was a bunch of people posting full-fledged snow.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, oh my God, if that's coming my way, because it is chilly out.
Well, you're southern New Hampshire, right?
Yes, but I swear, if we get snow, it's just gonna, I'm gonna feel really bad because I told my husband, I'm like, oh, we really need to clean this garage out. Can you make sure you put the snow blower in the shed? He's like, I think I should put it in the shed. I'm like, seriously, come on, look how nice it is. It's getting nicer out. I'll kill myself if like Easter we have like snow.
I know. I'm going to use all the restraint I have and not turn this into some kind of lawn conversation. So there we go.
Well, Dale, I was just
That's incredible self-restraint, Dale.
I was going to say the same thing and say, Dale, thank you. And that could have gone a lot of places.
Lisa, thank you for bringing up a snowblower. That's just enough for me. Thank you.
Got his little
Dale,
tip.
Dale's just like, I'm gonna go now. I got
push her away from
all
the
I
bar.
needed from tonight.
Well, push yourself away from the bar. You've had enough.
Oh wow.
Did you say we're on to the next one, Timmy?
We are. I haven't started the clock though, so
Oh, good. Don't start yet.
I think I can only draw halfway through this one because I got to set up for the end. So I'm going to stay on this one.
yeah. So just a reminder: share it to Instagram, hashtag illustration isolation, and the fourth and last pose. I'm starting the clock now.
Don, I love that.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah, that's cool.
So Lisa, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
You use a lot of 3D materials in your work,
So yeah, sometimes.
right? Do you have a favorite material that you use to sculpt with or that you make things with?
Favorite.
Or do you have one that you find easier to work with? And
Not really. Most of my stuff is kind of when it becomes 3D, like as if I'm gonna put like some like dimensional raised relief, for instance.
yeah,
I do use a robo cutter. You can design your stencil, like design like a shapes, and what it'll do is it'll cut it out of plastic, and then I design it in layers. So I really like I would never hand cut like that would be a lot.
Right.
So I definitely like stuff like that. Some of the assemblage stuff, I like super scopy. I don't like, okay, so when I'm doing 3D, I'm not like a sculptor who does something and then makes a cast, you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
like something that if I make it and then I can cook it in the oven, like Super Sculpey 2 or self-drying clay or epoxy resin. I like things that will dry and then like whatever I sculpted that's what it is.
That's it. Yeah, there's not an addition.
Yeah, like in school, I mean, I learned how to cast, but that's the part I hated because I would always like what I did. And then I would do the cast and then I would hate doing that part. And I would always ruin my sculpture
Oh, yeah.
in some way. And I also like, with the polymer, like the Super Sculpey, I mean, you can like, it's not crummy, like it doesn't get crackly crummy. You can make it really smooth, or you can emboss something in it and you can like do a lot of stuff with it, and I feel like it's a little more flexible for the yeah, well, anyway, I know a lot of people who are sculptors too who like it too, but I just
Yeah.
feel like it's more in tune with what I like doing, you know?
Oh, that's cool. Did you say you used air drying clay?
Yeah, self-drying. So you can get like in New York, well, I guess you can get it online now, but there's better quality self-drying clay than like what you can get like at a regular just, you know, craft or art store.
Yeah.
And I like that too, because it just dries. Like I don't even have to have an extra step with it.
Yeah.
It is a little more trickier. You have to make sure you know you keep it moist and you know like as you're going along and working with it. But I studied under a sculptor. I can't even remember her name now. It was a long time ago, but she was in Pennsylvania, and she did a lot with it. And she kind of introduced me some different kinds of self-drying clay. But now they have this like epoxy resin stuff that I like too. So there's a lot of different options
Yeah.
than like when you bought the clay, like when you were in school type of thing. And that was, I thought was a lot harder. I'd like to, I mean, there's like a few fantasy people I'd like to take sculpture classes from.
Yeah.
I mean, they do. So, I mean, I'm not anywhere like that. I just kind of like when like a surface gets raised. I'll also do a lot of stuff with taking like a gauze type of cloth or a thin cotton type of stuff for some interfacing kind of things. It's, you know, there's some really interesting kind of cheesecloth and things like that. And I'll like get them really filled with like molding paste and gesso. And you can really get that sculpted onto a surface pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And so that's a lot of fun. But most of the 3D, if it's like metals or something like that, and it's not like something I could purchase or like an antique that I change up, is I will get like tooling foil and things like that and like emboss in it and then paint that up. And so that's kind of fun. But most of those, I don't really have anything kind of favorite of all.
Yeah. No, I can relate. I've used air drying clay before, and I taught a mixed media illustration class back when CCA was CCAC. And I made a sculpture out of pretty large, well, maybe about 2 feet tall.
Wow.
Using the air drying clay. And I loved how you could work on it, it would dry, you'd leave it alone, and then you could come back to it.
Yep.
And you didn't have to fire it, you didn't have to, that was the only thing I didn't like about like regular clays, because you know you'd have to have that extra step to fire it to make anything permanent.
Yeah. And then you never really knew, like, you know, like even with the Super Sculpey, like it gives you an idea about how long, you know, but based upon the thickness, but then you're like, some parts are thicker, some parts are thinner, and you're like, oh no, I just burnt this, you know, it's like,
Right.
I burnt my sculpture, you know.
Yeah.
It was funny. I had one kind of funny story. I had a student, I teach in a couple of MFA programs. One is at Marywood and one's with Hartford, actually with Chris Payne.
Yeah.
And I had a student, she was making some things with Super Sculpey. And the nice thing about that classroom when I was down at Marywood is they had like right next to the class I taught in, the room next to it was, they had letterpress, they had printmaking, so you could do monoprints and all kinds of stuff. And then they had a wood shop like right there.
Oh, nice.
And so we would be, you know, mixed media. I'm all like, hey, we're going to use all the stuff. So they had, she was doing some stuff with Super Sculpey, and they had like in that same room, I don't know if they had a refrigerator too, but they had this like, I don't know what you call it, toaster oven or whatever.
Yeah.
She almost burnt the building down.
Oh, geez.
Left her Super Sculpey stuff in there, and it cooked I don't know, maybe somebody had left food in there or whatever, but the whole like alarm went on and it was like kind of an interesting ride. But yeah, so it's yeah, you can kind of burn it. So that's the thing I hate about that. But this whole epoxy resin I'm getting totally into lately. You got to kind of pre-mix it like when you use it. And it's a little more expensive.
Oh, is that the 2-part stuff where you pour
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I love that
I
stuff.
know, right?
Yeah.
So
I've wanted to
you-
play with it. Do you have a brand that you prefer, or?
yeah, actually, what is the head? Epoxy resin, I think it's called. Yeah, I can send it. I think it's actually called epoxy resin.
Yeah, it's like a casting resin, and
Yeah, and it's like a 2-part thing, and you know, it's not cheap because you can't get like a lot of it. You know, it's like with
Yeah.
the self-drying clay, I could get like this big of a big huge chunk of the clay, you know. And the other thing that I always did too is when I got the big chunks of clay and I would make something that I was adding on to a piece. And if I had any scraps left over, I always had to make something with those scraps.
right.
And then later on, those scraps became like if I was sending like a bunch of things either to a client or to, you know, maybe one of my editors or whatever, and I put in a box and I put one of my, you know, something I made with just bits of little clay, you know, and I would put it on like as a little accent on the box or
That's
whatever.
really
So
nice.
I'd have all these extra boxes, and it was funny because when my daughter was really young, when I had the clay out and there were scraps, sometimes I'd give her some of the scraps and she would make things. And then I'm like, I would look at her and I'm like, oh, that was cool. How did you do that? You know, she'd make little things. And so she'd say, Mom, do I put it in the drying area? You know, I'd have like a separate spot where everything would just start drying. You know, she's like, can I put it in the drying area? Oh yeah, you can put it in the drying area. So
Lisa, is this the same? I don't know if you have more than one daughter. Is this the same daughter was at the Ken Burns thing tonight?
yeah, that's the same daughter. She you know, my husband and I all the time tell my daughter, you're so lucky, you know, because I didn't grow up in, you know, my family was, you know, they did crafts and stuff like that, but nobody was ever into like art. Whereas, you know, she's been to the society. I mean, I don't even remember, Dawn, if you remember my daughter from like Syracuse when she would come and she'd be little and she's running down the hallway and I'm like, oh great, right? And here I am, I'm doing a talk one time and my husband was also doing a talk and we were at the Syracuse thing and my daughter's in there and I'm just like waiting for that second where she'd start talking or something and one of I think it was James, I can't remember his last name, gives her a sketchbook and that like shut her up for a little bit, you know. But she's just done like these just really, you know, cool things like, you know, with like Murray and Carol and
oh, that's amazing.
I know it's just like I tell her, but you know, it's for her, it's, you know, whatever, you know.
Yeah,
like, whatever, you know, it's just like one of those things, you know. So she gets an Emmy, right? Whatever, you know. It's like going with the flow. But yeah, so she's been around like just lots of just creative people like all her life. If I was interviewing somebody, you know, I had the mom too, so sometimes I got to bring her or they come to the studio and so she'd meet all kinds of people. So one time she's at school and this is like she's really little, right? And the teacher's showing like a children's book, you know. And Cynthia Von Bueller is a children's book illustrator. She does a lot of other things. She's actually done stuff like in New York with like, you know, plays and, you know, all kinds of stuff. But so she's at the house, right, with her husband. And, you know, my daughter's like, come check out my Webkin. So she's looking at her Webkin. So, well, the next day the teacher was doing books, you know, and they're reading. And, you know, my daughter like raises her hand. Oh yeah, she was looking at my Webkins, you know, like the other day. So she's talking, you know, and all these different things. And the teacher actually said to me, like, does your daughter have a fibbing issue? You know, like couldn't believe that. Like, oh, we just know artists, you know, and authors, you know. So that was kind of, you know, a weird kind of thing. And she also, my husband, when we lived in New York, he does a lot with 3D. And he did when the when the bombings and stuff happened, he helped the engineers to find out where the water was underneath to help them with structural kinds of issues. And so my husband had a lot of photographs and things from what happened. So when they had reviews of what happened during 9/11, she'd come in with these big pictures. It's like, where do you get all this? And so another weird thing is she would, because my husband would do stuff for, like when you have, what is the name of not Scholastic, but what is the name of the little, not highlight, maybe it's Scholastic, Scholastic News, when you go into school and everybody has to purchase like the Scholastic News
Yeah.
in school. Well, my daughter has been on the cover like 3 times, so she'll go into the library and they'd have like the Scholastic News and they're doing their homeroom things. And my daughter just comes out, oh yeah, this is me.
That's funny.
So she kind of has a life that my husband and I just say, we wish that we could have done stuff like you do, but everything's relative, right?
Yeah.
It's Lisa, trust me, it's all relative. I still sweat and have nightmares about just being not aware when I was a teenager and when I was around some of the artists I was around. And I just think I keep thinking to myself, God, I wish I was smarter when I was 13 years old. I could have learned so much more.
You were exposed, right?
Yeah. Well,
radiation too early.
it's fun. I think artists' families, like having parents that are creatives and that are very supportive, I think it's a really gratifying thing. I think it's I've talked about like the Halloweens that we had and the things that we did as a family and a creative part, the things we were into, maybe not everybody was into, but it was really gratifying, and I certainly have great memories of them.
No, I got to give my husband credit. What the stuff he did for like holidays, especially for Christmas. I mean, it was over the top. He would have, like, just to give you an idea, my daughter would open up a box and my husband would write on it like, Inspector Elf number 42, I mean, like all of this, just levels of little information, so that was like the really tough part when it was like no Santa, type of stuff was going on. What? So even to today, and she's much older now, we still do that with the boxes because it was just like such a, a fun time, for her.
Well, don't stop.
Yeah. And I have to say, I really enjoy it too, but because we have these family movies where sometimes, because my husband never tells me, he just goes in the basement, he does like themes, and he'd have cards and just all like levels of like stuff going on. So it'd be like a total surprise for me too, like the next day,
Oh, how special.
That's cool.
So, Audrey, I haven't heard much from you tonight, but
I mostly been watching.
what are you working on anything exciting in the industry right now?
I would say yes. I'm
Can't
starting
talk about it.
Huh?
You can't talk about it, can you?
Yeah, not quite yet, but I'm starting on something that's pretty fun. Sorry to have one of those dead end stories.
Is that related to the very exciting event that occurred last week that you couldn't talk about?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's
Same
not
thing.
like
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
That's not like an end of the world thing or like a crazy thing, but it's something that's really enjoyable to me. So
Cool. I'm glad to see. I'm excited to see this play out over several weeks of what is Audrey working on.
right.
Like
Everybody,
week, like a hint.
Yeah, everybody place your I'm gonna encourage the audience to all guess.
What's she building down there?
Hmm.
I'll just kind of go around. How about Dale? You doing anything fun industry wise? Maybe Dale didn't hear me.
He's muted.
I
He's
guess I
muted.
can just
That might
say
be
that
it.
they're. I guess I can just say that they're book covers.
I was muted.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
was
people,
muted.
place your bets, people. What book covers?
Nothing shocking, but I guess I can say they're like a series of book covers.
Oh, great.
What guess the series of book covers?
Sequels to Twilight.
No comment.
So I'm going to ask, I'll ask Dale the question again that he has his mic on. Are you doing anything cool right now or doing anything fun in the industry?
This was bread and butter spot illustration week. 3 spots, 3 spots and a hot. That was about it.
Cool.
Yeah. It's funny what I've noticed is similarly to, you know, after 9/11, there wasn't not a lot of stabs at humor in the, you know, in publishing, in you know, print media. And I thought like Trump was going to be, you know, like a payday for caricaturists and humor-based illustration. And for most people, it really wasn't. I think,
Really?
you know, I think there was a lot of absurdity that was just going around already, but it's starting to kind of come back, which is funny. So I think Biden is an easier target. So I did.
That's wild.
Yeah,
That's a big statement. Can you explain?
That is a big statement. You're gonna have to back that
Well, you
statement
know
up,
what?
Dale.
well, you know what it is. Biden isn't providing absurdity.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
So Trump was really difficult to.
He was already a caricature.
His reality is crazier than.
Too hard.
Yeah, I mean, satire couldn't keep up with him. You know, whereas
It's a ready-made joke, right?
what's that?
Like kind of ready-made joke.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was impossible to keep up with him. Like satire had no chance.
Well, how do you top it? You know,
Because everything was so absurd already.
Yeah. So I think with
Oh,
Biden,
Don Cuneo did a few that I thought were pretty good.
Oh, God, yeah.
oh, yeah. No, a lot of people did really good stuff. It's
Yeah.
just that,
And so did you, Dale. You did some couple of great Trumps.
well, thank you, but
Yeah, if you're wondering how Dale feels about Trump, you just go look at his website. And you'll see pretty quickly.
no, but
It's more about his clients, how his client feels about Trump.
It's true.
exactly. There wasn't a lot.
Sorry, I misspoke.
There wasn't a lot of Trump-based work. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I did a lot
Most of you,
Trump stuff on my own, just because he was so awful.
You know what? I
his
couldn't.
anger
Even,
drawing.
I couldn't even do that, Bill.
Yeah.
I didn't want any more time than absolutely necessary paying attention to him.
Well, after he was gone as president, I stopped.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of like what it was is instead of posting what I thought, you know, my words, I would just draw a picture of what I was thinking.
You did great
Oh.
stuff. I loved what you were doing.
Thank you.
Seems healthy. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And also it's like, oh, you know, and so I started sending it to people, and I still send it out to people. But yeah, I haven't tackled Biden yet but I found that was a solution for me, is just a way of processing how I felt about different things.
Sure. Yeah.
Logical relief, right?
And I got tired of talking about it, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just like, well, I'll just make a picture about this, and, you know, I'll have a portfolio thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the early illustration isolation. It was a moratorium on that because it was. I remember how exhausting it was. I mean, to go full circle with the quarantine, the first few months doing this, oof, this was such a nice place. It was a safe place to unwind and draw and kind of
Mhm.
just be like, whew, I'm gonna pretend everything is normal for an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an oasis from all that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pretend everything's normal. I'm gonna log on. with a couple hundred people. We're all going to draw together.
So yeah, I did a couple of Bidens this week, and there's not a lot to grab onto, for caricatures or for, even he's
That's
squinty.
really interesting, Dale.
Dale, do you get to draw him like extra sleepy or something?
Well, he's really squinty. I like.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's hard because his eyes are small.
Yeah. And the other thing too that you used to be able to grab onto with him was he had like it wasn't a double chin, but it was like a kind of waddle kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He had it fixed. So he doesn't have it anymore. So that was very, he was never a heavy guy, but he had that.
Yeah.
Grab onto that, and his hairline has always been a little funky. But like his face, his actual like nose, mouth, nose, eyes, it all seems to be kind of just running into the front of his face, just squeezing in, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's probably an old age thing, but these are the things, you look at, right?
What matters?
Well, it's funny. I was watching Colbert, and he had another Dana Carvey on, and Dana Carvey's struggling to try to get his Biden right. And of course, Colbert just has his glasses. You know how he does the Biden with the glasses. But
yeah,
they were both talking about how hard he is, even not just as a caricature, but even as a comedian to do him.
Yeah, yeah. Obama was really hard for me too. Really hard.
How are we doing on time, Timmy?
I heard the timer go off, so I don't know if that means anything.
Timmy left.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay. You're out of time.
Hey, Lisa, I have one other question about the resin.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried bronzing powder with it?
No.
I did. I picked up some when I was living in San Francisco, and I would put I did a piece, and then I poured the epoxy resin on top of it.
Yeah.
And then while it was setting, I sprinkled this wonderful bronzing powder. It's basically like ground copper or whatever.
Yeah.
And it spreads in a really beautiful way.
Oh, cool.
On the surface. And then you have to be really careful that not have any airflow, or it'll move.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's fun stuff to, like, if you ever get a chance, especially like even anything like if you put like a gloss medium or something on a 3D object,
yeah,
you sprinkle some of this stuff on it, it'll look like it's bronzed or
oh, very cool.
So if you get a chance, I'll see if I can find the name of the stuff I have. I mean, I've had it for like 20 years. I have like two little jars, and you don't need very much.
Now, does it I don't know if it's oxidized, or do you have to put like a protective coat on it, or?
I haven't, no.
And it's not changed?
No.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it's but it's perfect because with especially the resin, you can sprinkle in the resin, and then when the resin dries, you can pour another layer of resin on top of that.
Yeah.
And you won't see the seam. So, I mean, you end up with a piece that weighs like 10, 15 pounds.
Hey, I'm going to interrupt and just say, hey, make sure you're posting your work right now, because we're gonna take a few minutes and go through the Instagram site.
Yeah, I'll share. I'm going to share the tags down here, but yeah, be sure to post it. Post it now. Don't keep drawing. Everybody on the panel is a bad example.
I stopped.
John stopped.
I'm ready.
John is leading by example.
Except I turned my camera off. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Well, I turned the other one back. So This is the most tense part of the night for me. Making sure I don't share my desktop, making sure I don't share anything. Not showing you anything you can't unsee.
All those kitten videos you have awaiting.
That's right.
Did you say kitten videos?
I was just trying to think of what was ridiculous things he may not want to admit to watching, which I would think like kitten videos.
Yeah, that'd be
No,
awesome.
it's like checking out the newest websites for John Deere and Toro lawnmowers.
Oh, no.
Totally dad stuff.
So Lisa, I put a link in the chat.
Oh, I haven't even been paying attention to the chat. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go check that out.
I'll paste it again because I don't think it'll turn on your chat.
Look at Bill saving John from the kitten video talk.
And
Can I present to you guys
kittens on tractors.
before you start showing pictures?
I'm going to refresh one more time and then I'm going to share my screen.
Yeah, you gotta get your art in now.
Here we go.
So I misspoke. They're not called bronzing powders. They're just called bronze powder. Bronzing
Okay.
powder is like a makeup thing. So,
Okay, I'm writing it down.
but the link I sent on the chat has a whole bunch of different colors and
Oh, very cool.
yeah, it's cool stuff. Schmink makes it. So
All
Okay,
right.
so we're moving on.
schmink.
Guys, this is Angela. I just wanted to present to you.
Oh, hey, Angela.
Hey, Angela.
She's been
Nice to
around.
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, Angela.
She's my
Very
best.
nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh yeah, I've been talking about her, a few times.
Montalvo, I think she likes you.
Yeah,
I think she likes your
I
hair.
think you like each
Yeah.
other.
Don't
it's all
cut
about
that.
my hair. She doesn't.
Mon-
loves my
Montalvo, don't cut that hair.
No, I don't really want to. I should have just left it before, but it took me 50 years to realize that.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we run a visual arts passage ad, we're gonna need your hair. You're gonna be the face of the school probably. So.
Oh, that's so cool.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
Right on.
Okay. We're going to start here. Most recent.
Oh, nice.
And John, remember those little. Okay.
I
Wow.
like that you got the armpit
All
hair
over
there.
it, Timmy.
1 year in, John learned about the little,
The little arrow.
the little arrows.
Okay. Remember who's driving here. So just watch out.
Are you really?
Well, I'm really not, but
I
I'm
was
just
gonna say, we're gonna pretend you're driving.
All right. Nice.
Oh, cool.
That's fun.
You got a little arrow. Oh, you missed it.
Oh. You flustered me, Timmy.
Oh, cool.
Way to get the pattern on the skirt and everything.
That's fun.
That's great. Lisa, this will give you an idea of how many people are drawing with us.
Yeah.
Very nice.
And a bunch of people who say they don't share, which
That's right. Oh, wow. That is good.
Yeah,
that's great.
Very nice. That's fun. These
That's cool.
poses are so animated and they're begging for funness.
Nice, Randy.
Very nice.
He says, good to be back after a couple missed weeks. I don't remember the weeks he's missed.
Well, no, I remembered that I hadn't seen his work, so I was
Oh.
wondering. where you're
Yeah.
at.
That's cool.
Yeah.
AJ.
I know, it's very dramatic. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's memorable.
Very
Sweet. Nice.
Very fun.
A lot of new people. Great. Sweet.
Oh, very cool.
That's fun.
Cool. That's a
High
great
key.
post.
I like that. High key talented.
Nice color.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Ben's using different materials now too. Awesome.
Oh,
Oof.
nice.
Oof.
That's great. I love that drawing. That is so much fun.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Good job.
that's awesome.
Nice job, Chuck.
Yeah. Very cool.
Cool.
There's Felicity.
Sweet.
Awesome.
It is. The arrow. We're gonna see them all.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
That's the first one. Is it? Can we get confirmation? Because that's the different pose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this side by side? Oh, that's so cool. Wow.
Nice.
Look at
From
that.
today and last
Wow.
year. That's great.
Yeah.
Oof.
That would have been cool if she would have signed those Felicity 8 and Felicity 9.
9.
So wait a second.
Oh,
Wait a
actually,
second. Okay.
yeah. I have Felicity 8s. Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's very cool.
Nice. Wow.
Oh.
Good drawing.
Oh, you missed it.
Did I?
A lot of mini posts.
Really nice, Rebecca.
That's great.
Nice. I
Oh,
think
that's
that's
good.
first and last.
That's a big difference.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Time well.
I like this. Do you see the handles name? On Thursdays, we draw.
Yeah. Just created that page today.
Is that's Rebecca?
That's Rebecca.
That's so great. Oh, that's awesome.
That's Felicity's mom. Awesome.
Incredible.
Nice.
Very nice. Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, nice one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. As somebody who grew up with Christopher, that captures his likeness the most of any. I love it.
Great.
Cool.
That's so good.
Chris should be here for this part to just see himself.
He would love to see it more than any of us. Oh, that's great. I loved that one. That's good.
Oh, fun.
Very nice.
Sweet. Nice, Anita.
Some very good
Better-
editing in those. I like
Gianna
it.
needs to see all of herself as Elaine.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, that's
Addie.
Wow.
When I
Dang.
when I went and I opened up Instagram right before I started showing everybody, this is the first piece that came up, and I was like, "What have we done?"
Okay, John, you can't miss it. So this is a before
got
and
it.
after. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, she was less respectful of the time limit this year, it sounds like. Healthy dose of Timmy time. Yeah.
We had more respect.
Addie challenged herself and did 100 portraits. Practiced
Awesome.
100 portraits in this time period also.
Yeah.
And
That's
you
how you
can
get better.
see-
It shows.
awesome.
I feel
Wow.
like illustration isolation shirts should just say, I need some more Timmy time.
This is
I need
great.
Timmy minutes. I need Timmy
Timmy
minutes.
minutes.
3 minutes.
Give me Timmy minutes.
Sounds
Oh,
like
good
sounds like a gangster. Timmy-
Might be.
this is
ID.
beautiful, Taryn.
Timmy minutes. Oh,
Nice.
very nice.
Nice, Marcy.
Ooh.
Sweet.
That's cool.
Also nice.
That's great.
Here's a little arrow. Uh-oh. I'm getting nothing.
It's invisible ink.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
Oh, love that one.
Oh,
Cool.
that was really good.
That's great. It's cool.
There it is.
All right. Oh,
It was just taking a
cool.
while. Very good.
That's great.
Ah, look at that.
Nice, Aaron.
Fun color.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. These must be some big files. Boom. There we go.
Huge file. Sweet.
Very nice. Very good.
In the chat, tell us if this is your first time posting. We'd love to know.
Mhm.
First time drawing with us.
I spoke with Crow yesterday. Very nice, Crow. Thank you for joining us. A new member here.
Ooh, several first timers. Welcome, everybody.
Well, all the new people have really been impressive.
That was good.
And just to tell everybody that's new here, we've done probably 2 times the amount of setup and talking that we normally do.
Yeah.
Of getting started. We usually don't, we usually jump right into the drawing. We've made it a habit that way.
Yeah,
anyway.
don't get used to it.
Yeah, this is our anniversary. We're celebrating a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a nice one.
Yeah, ooh,
Oh, that's cool.
that's a nice one. Nice drawing. Oh, these are beautiful.
That's cool.
Very good.
Wow.
Nice.
Good job, Karen.
Nice, Karen.
Awesome.
Oh, nice. Great colors.
I love that. Felicity's grandmother. I love how she put
Oh.
Wait, are you actually Felicity's grandmother?
Yeah, she
Yes.
is.
3
Yes.
generations.
We have 3 generations.
Wait, really?
Is
Yeah,
that
it's a
awesome?
legacy.
Karen, who was in my class, is the grandmother of Felicity?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I didn't
Audrey,
know
they're a Visual Arts Passage legacy family.
If I only knew.
3 generations. 3 generations of Rex Rhodes have attended this program.
Okay. That's damn impressive.
I think so. Nice drawing too.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Very nice. Oh, that's
Oh,
nice.
that's cool.
Wow.
Certified Alberto.
That's good.
It's fun.
I love it.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice, Karen. Very good.
That's great. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I like the shape of the head on that one.
Uh-huh.
It's immediate.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
good.
that really looks like
That
it.
one's so great.
Yeah.
Don't miss those tiny arrows, John.
Oh, did I miss one? I'm sorry.
You did. You're fine.
You guys all ought to ride in the car with me sometime.
I'm just glad that we have a word for him now. Oh, that's cool.
Good job.
Yeah, really
Oh,
nice.
nice.
That's a nice drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice too.
Yeah. Very nice. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
that's cool too.
Wow.
Oh, that's fun.
Wow, I like that.
Nice.
Bunch of tiny arrows in there.
I like the putting the credits there.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you You project it on the wall? Is
That's
that
a
what I'm-
viewing experience.
Wow, look at that.
Oh,
That's probably the biggest we've ever been viewed.
Could be. Very cool.
That's really cool.
I need that setup. That's
Yeah,
pretty neat.
right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Now we all have envy.
Oh,
Oh, I
nice.
like that.
That is cool.
Mm.
Wow. Good one.
Hmm.
Very good. Nice,
That's
Randy.
nice.
It's Christopher's blue period. Very good, Brian. Wow.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice, Ben.
It's
Very
cool.
good. That is cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one. Don't forget the little arrow.
Like
Oh, that's so great.
So great.
that's great that they still have them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Awesome.
Wow.
That's so great. Wow.
It
Sound
would have been
better.
funny if she would have said, I had to go take it off the refrigerator.
The fridge is covered.
Oh, that's a nice
That's
drawing.
nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, really simplified. Very good.
Sweet.
Oh, I like that one.
Oops, I missed. I missed. I missed.
a little arrow.
It's like I feel I missed my turn.
Oh, that one's cool.
Oh, that's good.
That was great.
Cool.
That's really fun. I'm glad I went back. That's a great one. That's really nice too.
Oof.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nice, Andy.
Oh, that's very nice too.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
I can't tell if there's an arrow there or not. I think there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Lisa, you get our theme. There's a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Cool. First live illustration event. Good for you. Thanks for joining.
Thank you very much. Very good.
Awesome. Welcome to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's really great. That's cool. Come back, please.
Cool.
I really like the crop.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Wow, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's really fun.
That's how I draw when I'm grumpy.
I like
Bandaged guy.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Nice, Chuck.
Oh, that's him from the call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's cool.
Sweet.
A page after Chris Payne.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah. Oh, that's very cool too.
Wow. It's great.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
wow.
I like that hair. That's great.
Oh, that's fun.
That's fun.
Oh, wow. Nice, Marcy. Really good one.
I like that, Marcy.
Mhm.
Nice, Brian.
Yeah.
You know, I was drawing from black and white photography. Did she have really red lipstick on tonight, or in that pose?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I missed it. Oh, great.
Oh, cool. You got it before and after there. Damn. I like both of them.
Yeah.
They're both good.
hmm
Yeah. You're still good. That's great.
We didn't ruin
Congrats.
you.
Yeah. You could have got worse.
Very nice, Ben. There you go.
She said,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Today and last
Well-
year.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Love that.
Wow.
Wow.
That's wild.
You know, it's her, you can really, like those early drawings, it wasn't distinctively her, but that's like really recognizable as her work.
Yeah.
Keep it up.
Ah. So cool.
Won't be able to keep up with her.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. Don't forget the little arrow.
It's great.
Oh,
Oh,
that's cool
fun.
too.
I'm really impressed on how quickly people accessed last year's stuff.
I was just thinking
Yeah.
that.
Oh my God. I just gotta be honest. It took me a long
Oh, I
time to
love
find these
that.
photos.
Oh,
Wow.
really good.
That is a nice drawing.
I love that.
That's great.
Yeah.
Boy, nice attitude in the face too.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That's nice too.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That one's great.
Here's the good, Randy. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
So many good ones. The arrow. I see it.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow.
Great. That's fun.
Fun, yeah.
Mhm.
That's
That's
good.
so great.
That's good. Great attitude. Very good.
Oh,
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
So good.
very nice. The
Oh,
arrow.
that's cool.
Still good.
This is better.
That's great attitude in that one too. I love that.
Yep.
Look in the eyes.
It's great.
Very nice. Nice, Sienna.
Yeah.
That was from that pose. This character, the person who posed it, had never seen Darjeeling Limited. And I can't remember, but it was a real it was like after that night, we're like, okay, new rule. If we do themed costumes, the person posing has to kind of
Has to
know.
see the movie.
That's fun. Love the crayons.
Oh,
Mhm.
yeah.
Lucia, there is going to be a charitable refresh for the slow posters. Yes.
One
Sienna's
time.
driving home and stopped to draw.
It's only going to be one time.
There's
Charitable.
one refresh.
Man, there's so many. I don't, someone's going to have to tell me when we get to the end.
Chuck says Sienna's driving home and stopped to draw. That's commitment.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fantastic.
This is
Oh,
great.
that's cool.
Wow.
Great.
Awesome.
Wow.
That's
Nice
great.
job. Thanks for drawing with us tonight. That's fun.
I like that.
Oh,
Way to go,
Oh.
Ben.
Nice one. I like that Ben's using different materials too.
Yeah, this is, I think, his first night with different materials. I think. I'm not positive, but I think so. Certainly using this much color.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's from this morning.
Huh.
Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
All right, it's
I'm gonna
time for
hit
the refresh.
Everyone close your eyes.
To go to that, yeah.
Charitable refresh.
Yeah, you newcomers don't know that John is the evil Knievel of sharing his browser. You'll notice with his 100, his perfect 3 100s.
Well, I stick the landing about 1 out of 3 times.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
you know, that's really nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
And I knew whose it was as soon as I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
No name needed. Very, very well
Yeah.
done. Wow.
Wow, I
Yeah.
love
Oh,
that.
that's
Cool.
fantastic.
That's a
nice.
repost from a year ago.
Wow, a fantastic repost.
Mhm.
Hey, wait a second. That's really great. Oh, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I wish I could see the whole thing. But
That's
I
a
like
great drawing.
Oh, yeah.
Kramer.
1 year ago.
Mhm.
Zoom out, man. I want to see all of these.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, I know you can't,
Yeah.
John. John, just use your index finger and your thumb.
Yeah, yeah. I fell for that once. This is really nice.
That's a very cool drawing.
Oh, it is really
Mhm.
good.
Great.
Red shoes.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Very good.
Good.
I love to see Christopher behind the drawing. His eyebrow up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
that's cool.
Very good. All right.
I'm gonna erase the shit out of this in an hour or so. It's funny. Oh, cool. I like that a lot.
Mhm.
Oh, these are fun.
Sweet.
Yeah.
This is sweet.
Mhm.
Nice.
All right. First time with us. That's great.
Turn up the sketchbook.
Hope to have you back. All right. Very good. Is that? Oh, nice.
Sweet.
Oh,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good.
That's nice.
That's nice. That's interesting. I love how they got the hands in, but didn't approach or didn't. Maybe they just didn't get
Right.
finished. But I love they went for the hands
it
first.
still looks cool.
That's
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I think it's kind of the opposite of where most people go. Very
Yeah.
nice. Nice. 15 years old.
15. Wow.
Yeah, very cool. Very nice, Ashley.
Oh, that's
That's fun.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Cool.
fun.
We're gonna have to follow.
I love that.
That one's really good.
Yeah.
So is that.
yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Nice.
Good job.
Very good. Wow. Now we did have a lot of people drawing with us tonight, but I think we have more people posting too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They both went
Well,
up.
that's a good thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
exciting.
We've scared them into it.
Uh,
That's fun.
I think we started with this one last time.
That's so great. Both those are awesome.
Let's see. I don't know. Have we seen that?
I don't know.
Yes, we did.
All right.
All right, everybody. Great.
Wow. It's the
Everybody.
end of that's the end of season 1.
That's right.
Should we do a season 2?
Oh yeah,
What's everybody think? Season 2?
I'm in.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I say go
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
Somebody said 6 seasons and a movie.
Yeah, stop and we'll make the movie, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Ron and Timmy, seriously, thank you for pulling this together. It has been a
Yeah.
delight.
Oh, it's blast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
this
right.
is fun.
It
my
was
favorite.
very enjoyable. Lisa, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, it
Cassandra,
was great.
Montalvo, Dale, Bill, Don, Audrey, Timmy. I think that I don't think I missed anybody. If I did,
Man, Christopher the model showed up.
for the model showing up. It was really fun.
Big night.
Made it very special for us. So this is a big deal in our lives. So
Yeah. So if it was your first time, please come back. Give
Yep.
it another try. Draw with us.
and please remember, if you want to see more of Lisa Sear, you want to hear her Monday night in Studio Bridge. So
Go to Studio Bridge. I'm going to share a link to it in comments. All right.
thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
See you next week.
Thanks,
Bye
guys.
guys. Thank you. It's always nice being with you guys.
Likewise.
Yep.
Right.
This was
Bye.
awesome.